All right, good morning. Hey, we're going to be looking at the second half of section 12.3b, so open up in your notes to page 9 on section 12.3b, and let's take a look at this second half of the section. In the first part, I want to do a little reviewing, so slide your papers over to page 8, and let's take a little bit of review, and let's look at some material that we talked about yesterday. A couple patterns that we want to make sure we always recognize. For instance, when we ever have x squared minus 49, we need to remember that is called the difference of two squares. And the difference of two squares always factors to conjugates. Okay? So let's think for a second. X squared minus 49. All right, Katie, what's that going to be? All right, hopefully by now you've said x plus 7 and x minus 7. And those are the conjugates that we get from x squared minus 49. All right? Second pattern to look for, GCFs. All right? When we have something like 3x squared plus 9x, we say what goes into both 3x squared and 9x? That's a 3x, which leaves us 3x plus 3. Excuse me, that leaves us just x plus 3. I'm sure, Jalan, that you picked up on that little error there. So if you did earlier, well done. All right, our third pattern that we want to look at, and we want to think through just for a second. What do we get when we have negative 8 divided by 2? Hopefully you're saying that's very simple. That's negative 4. Okay, so let's contrast that. Okay, now, Luke, this one's for you. What happens when we have negative 8 divided by 8? Alright, that makes sense. We're going to have negative 1. So, these are our setup questions as we look at our today's stuff. Okay, let's slide back over to page 9, and let's take a look at some of our examples here. Our first one, we've got negative 6 divided by 6. That's just like the 8 and the negative 8. When we've got these two, those are going to cancel and give us negative 1. Now, that's all well and good. So let's take a look at some implications of that. When we multiply negative 1 times x minus 3, remember we're going to distribute to both parts of these. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times negative 3 is a positive 3. So what happens if we write this in reverse order? The plus 3 goes there, and the minus 1x goes there. So effectively what you can say is the opposite of 3 minus x is x minus 3. So these two are considered opposites. Alright? Now, aren't these opposites as well? Negative 6 and 6. Opposites cancel to negative 1. Implications. Third column. If we have two opposites that are over each other as factors, remember they would be in parentheses, x minus 5 divided by 5 minus x. Because they're opposites, and opposites cancel to negative 1, these two opposites cancel to negative 1. Okay, so we need to look for that today as we're going through and working on our stuff. Alright, example 1. Slide down for a sec. Here we go. Alright, first question. What is going to go into 5x minus 15? Alright, John Acosta, here we go. 5x minus 15. What goes into both? Alright, by now hopefully you've said 5. You've got to beat me to the punch here. What's going to be left after I take a 5 out, John? Hopefully x minus 3. Okay. Now we look at the bottom. 9 minus x squared. Well, let's kind of review a little bit. Slide back to page 8 again. X squared minus 49 is x plus 7, x minus 7. If we take something compared to this, like 49 minus x squared, that's going to be the reverse. 7 plus x, 7 minus x. So with that in comparison, let's look at this one. 9 minus x squared. 9 minus x squared is going to be 3 plus x and 3 minus x. And here's where it ties all together. Look at our x minus 3 and look at our 3 minus x. From our example up top, these are opposites, and so they cancel to negative 1. So our answer is going to be negative 1 times 5, or negative 5, over 3 plus x, which I'm going to write as x plus 3. Okay? Let's look at number 2. The denominator is the only thing that factors here. So we're going to factor the bottom. Okay? Josh Dutton, what's the bottom going to factor to? 25 minus x squared. That's just like 9 minus x squared. Hopefully he said 5 minus x and 5 plus x. On the top we have x minus 5. What cancels here? Alright, the x minus 5's cancel. What do the x minus 5's cancel to? Noah? Come on, Noah, look up. Alright, they cancel to a negative 1. Good. And so we get negative 1 over x plus 5. Alright, so there's our second one all done. Let's look at our third one. Both of these first two, by the way, were examples of the difference of two squares. As we look at number 3, which can we factor, the top or the bottom? Alright, so if we factor the top or the bottom, so Dylan, let's look at the bottom. I want you to focus on there. What goes into both a 12 and a 2x? Alright, you're right, a 2 goes in. So we're going to have 6 minus x left. And the top just has an x minus 6. Those are very close to each other. All they are is opposites of each other. And remember, opposites cancel to negative 1. And so my answer is negative 1 over 2. Opposites can cancel. Alright, number 4. We're looking at number 4. I'm going to need to do a little side work on this one. So I'm going to come over here and do a little side work. I've got my 15, I've got my negative 8 for my Mac method. 1 and 15 multiply to 6, add 16. 3 and 5 multiply to 8. So the rule that we say here, what do we do when we're having the opposite of what we want? We go negative 3 and negative 5. Alright, in back, Jessica. What do we then factor? X squared minus 8x plus 15, 2. Tell me my two factors that we get. Alright, that's x minus 3 and x minus 5. Now on the bottom, we still have that 5 minus x. Here we have our x minus 5 and our 5 minus x. And once again, opposites cancel to negative 1. So we have negative 1 times x minus 3. Now we're probably not going to leave our answer like that. We're going to distribute, just like we did at the very top, which is negative x plus 3 or 3 minus x. Either one of those will be the way that we're going to work that out. Okay, let's flip the page and look at the second page. Number 5, we've got 12 minus 2x, 12 minus 4x, so we're going to take a 4 out of that. So that's 3 minus x left, divided by two factors in the bottom. Our two factors in the bottom, I'm not sure what they are, so let's do our Mac method. Negative 3 and negative 2. 1 and negative 3 add to negative 2. Since it's an x squared in front, that's because it's our shortcut, which is x plus 1 and x minus 3. Those are our two factors. So these two are opposites of each other, and once again opposites cancel to negative 1. So that gives us negative 4 over x plus 1. Look at our next one. As you notice, every time we have a factor in the top, we also have a factor in the bottom that's very similar. Here's our next one, number 6. 1 multiplies to negative 8. That adds to negative 7. 1 and negative 8. So our top factors are x plus 1 and x minus 8. On the bottom, what multiplies to 5, that adds to 6. Well, that's 1 and 5. So x plus 1 and x plus 5. Notice once again we get two factors that are identical. So those cancel, leaving me an answer of x minus 8 over x plus 5. Every single time you're going to notice one of the factors in the top is similar to one of the factors in the bottom, and that's what is a consistent pattern on all these rational expressions. Alright, our last two. 8 minus 4r. Think with me. Hunter, what goes into 8 and 4r? A 4, okay, what's left? 2 minus r. Might help you to write the r as a capital, keeps you from looking confused. And if I was a guessing man, I would guess that 2 minus r, or r minus 2, is one of my factors in the bottom. Let's take a look, and let's see what that would be. What multiplies to negative 8? That adds to 2. Negative 2 and positive 4. So, r minus 2 and r plus 4. Once again, we have opposites. They cancel to negative 1. So that gives us negative 4 over r plus 4. Now, these two 4's do not cancel, remember, because this r plus 4 is tied together and it doesn't cancel with the positive 4 on top. Okay, our last one. We have a 2 in common with the both ones on the top, so that's c squared minus 1. And a 3 in common with both parts on the bottom, so that's 1 minus c squared. C squared minus 1, 1 minus c squared. Both of these are opposites once again, so they cancel to negative 1. That gives us an answer of negative 2 over 3. Every time you have a negative, notice we've put the negative in the top of all of our problems. So we have a negative on each single one. Okay? Now, as we finish up here, we've got a simple assignment. We've got the second half. We have 8 problems, number 13 through 21. And then also, when you finish that, as I'm sure you will in class, I want you to record your scores up front and then start on the practice quiz on our homework. Okay?